So you're thinking about moving to Clemmons, North Carolina, because you've heard it's the place to live in the Triad. Well, what we're gonna do today in this video is we're gonna hop in the map and take a look at what life is like living in Clemmons and where you would shop, work out, where you'd go to school if you're in school or you're gonna send your kids, what parks you're gonna visit, and where it is located and what your commute times look like living in Clemmons. So hang on and let's jump in the video. So if this is your first time to my channel, I'd love for you to hit the button below and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. And all of our information is also below, so feel free to call, text, or DM us. People call us and text us every day, just like you, looking to move to the Triad and Clemmons, and we'd love to be able to help you. You can also hit the button below and set up a Zoom appointment so we can chat about your next move. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about Clemmons and where Clemmons is located, where it is in conjunction to airports, where it is in the Triad, as well as where it's located within North Carolina. So let's start there. So what we're going to look at is, at first, we're going to look at where the Triad is located. So here's Winston-Salem and Greensboro. So we've got there right here. So you notice that they're kind of centrally located in the state. Winston-Salem and Greensboro are. So right here, some of the bigger areas or cities that everyone knows about is Charlotte. And then we've got Raleigh, Durham, which is down here. We are literally an hour 20 minutes from Winston-Salem, Greensboro to Charlotte. It's a straight shot. Then we've got another straight shot from Raleigh, Durham. Is about an hour 15, hour and 30 minutes, depending on where you're at in the Triad. Clemmons, it would be a few more minutes. So I would expect that if you need to go to Raleigh often, you're looking at it like an hour and a half drive. If there's traffic, it might be a little bit more. But again, we've got Winston-Salem, Greensboro right here. You'll see that you're heading to the beach. It's a straight shot. And then we've got Wilmington, we've got the Outer Banks. Wilmington's probably about 3.5 hours from the Triad. We've got Myrtle Beach, which is down here, one of the most popular places to visit. Again, 3.5 hours. We have Charleston. I think Charleston is about 4 hours, 4.5 maybe with traffic. But again, you're kind of so centrally located, you can kind of get anywhere within 4 or 5 hours. We've got the Outer Banks, which are right here, all in this area right here. That is about 4 hours from the Triad. Then we've got Atlanta, which is a straight shot, which is right down here. And that is about 5.5 to 6 hours. Now, if you need to go up north or you like to visit, let's say Washington, DC, it's a straight shot from the Triad and it's right there. You're looking at, with traffic, you're probably looking at 4.5, 5, 6 hours. So you would travel up 85. There's a couple different ways you can go. So you could actually literally almost go straight up to DC on back roads and smaller highways. But typically people from the Triad would hit 85 up 95 to get up to DC. Then we've also got New York, which is above Washington, and we've got New Jersey, etc. That's about an 8.5, 9, 10 hour drive, depending on where you're gonna go up that direction. But you can tell you're just so centrally located in the Triad. It's a great place to live. We've also got the mountains, which are west of Winston-Salem or Greensboro. They're right here. We've got the Smoky Mountains, you've got Asheville and so on. Those are about 3.5 hours, maybe 4, again, depending on traffic, kind of like you're close to everything. We've got West Virginia. I just went up there this last summer. You're looking at probably 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on where you want to go. So living in the Triad is super convenient if you like to travel. If you like going every which direction, it's the place for you because you can kind of get anywhere within 4 to 6 hours, and you can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can go up north to DC, depending on what you need or what you want. And you're only an hour and a half from either Charlotte, or Raleigh. So it's super, super convenient. But let's jump in and show you exactly where Clemmons is located in the Triad. And we'll kind of talk all about what life is like living in Clemmons. So now we have zoomed in a little bit better. You can kind of see exactly where Winston-Salem and Greensboro are. So you'll notice that here is Winston-Salem, here is Greensboro, and here is High Point. It is kind of a little bit of a triangle as well. You'll notice that right here, it is kind of a straight shot. And here is Clemmons, right here. It's to the west of Winston-Salem. From Winston-Salem to Clemmons is about 15 minutes. Now, if you want to go to Greensboro from Clemmons, you're looking at about a half an hour, give or take. So if you fly a lot, just assume, because the airport is right here, so you're looking at probably about a half an hour. So it's not a super, long commute to the airport. A lot of people, it takes a lot longer to get to the airport. Now, if you fly internationally a lot and you have to fly out of Charlotte, you're looking at about an hour, hour and a half. But it's another straight shot from Clemmons. It's actually easier in some senses to get to the airport from Clemmons than it is if you're living in other areas of the Triad, some of the other areas, because you hop up I-40 and then you hop down 77. You can run right into the airport. So if you fly a lot and that's what your job entails, Clemmons is not a horrible area to live. It's a great area. So conveniently, airport-wise, it works, definitely. Let's hop in and look at a little bit more of life in Clemmons. It is off of I-40 and also 421. So Clemmons is kind of spread out. It's actually a huge city or town, whatever you want to call it, outside of Winston-Salem. You can get to downtown Winston-Salem in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, pretty much anywhere you're at in Clemmons. One cool thing is that Clemmons is in Forsyth County, but also Davidson County, which the taxes are actually cheaper in Davidson County. So if you're in the Clemmons part of Davidson County, just know you will have cheaper taxes. So that's kind of a huge benefit. And some of the people love being out here a little bit further out where the taxes, all throughout this area. They love being out in that area because you've got cheaper taxes and you're still living in Clemmons and you have benefits from living in Clemmons for sure. Let's go into, we already talked about the commute. Let's talk about daily life. What does it look like? You can actually live in Clemmons and not have to leave Clemmons. Clemmons has a lot more restaurants, fast food, just stores in general than Louisville does. Louisville is a little bit more rural. The first one we're gonna hit is Lowe's. There's another Lowe's in Louisville. This is a common grocery store chain throughout South and North Carolina. It's a great store. If you need to go shopping, you can go there. There's also a Harris Teeter. This Harris Teeter is located closer to Tanglewood. So it's gonna be closer to Bermuda Run, which is another area right outside Clemmons. And it's also right next to Tanglewood Park. We've done some videos on Tanglewood Park, so definitely hit those up. But the Harris Teeter is literally right across the street from Tanglewood. So it's another great grocery store. It's out throughout the east or southeast, I would say. So it's super convenient. So you've got grocery stores. We've also got Publix. This is a newer grocery store. It's located on the other side of Clemmons, closer to 421 and 40. It is a Florida-based store, but it's going to be closer to Louisville as well. So if you live in Louisville, you can get to the Publix a little faster, as well as Clemmons, and it is conveniently located right off of 40 as well as 421. So you can kind of get there from both sides. You will be able to hit up a grocery store, so do not worry about that. In the Publix area, there's also different restaurants. There's a Panera, a First Watch. There's Planet Fitness. That was one of the other things we're going to talk about, a fitness facility. Another thing that they also have is the YMCA is right behind the Publix. So if you're a Y fan, you could definitely hit up the YMCA, and it's right behind the Publix. So it's super convenient to get to. If working out is in your lifestyle, they've got you covered. You're definitely in good shape there. The Planet Fitness as well is, I believe it is open 24 hours a day. I'm not exactly sure. And it is right off of 40. So super convenient. If you live off of 40, you can definitely hit his Planet Fitness, and it is relatively new. Let's see, we're gonna head into neighborhoods now. One neighborhood, we have not done a video for this neighborhood yet, but will do one, is Waterford. It is a super, super popular neighborhood. Most of the homes are in the 90s, early 2000s. Some of them do need to be renovated. There is some parts of the neighborhood that the homes are new. It does not have, most of the neighborhoods or sections in Waterford do not have an HOA, but they do have a pool that you can join. So you can pay to be part of the neighborhood pool. So you feel like you're in an HOA, people take care of it, but you don't actually pay for an HOA. And this is located right off of 40. It's also behind the YMCA. So, if you go to the Y a lot or you like Publix, those two, the store and the grocery store, are gonna be very close to this neighborhood. And it's a super, super, super popular neighborhood to live in. And we'll definitely do a video up soon. Clemmons West. Now, we have done a video on Clemmons West. Clemmons West is kind of the other direction. This is closer to Tanglewood Park. When we've done a video on Tanglewood, this is older homes, 70s, 80s. There is going to be a few new ones, larger lots, more green space. Some of the homes have been renovated. Some of them have not. We have done some vlogs, so definitely check those out. A lot of them are in the, if you see ones in below 3 or in the 3s or below it, that's going to definitely need renovations, because they're definitely going to be in the high 3s to mid 4s, higher 4s if they have been renovated, but they are older. Some are ranch, some are split floor plan. Like I said, larger lots, older homes. Secondly, we're going to go over to Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook is another super popular neighborhood in Clemmons. The homes are built in the 70s and 80s. They do have ponds throughout the neighborhood. It's a really cool spread out neighborhood. It does not have an HOA as well, but you can join the local pool. It's so cool. They're older homes and many of them are renovated. Some of them need to be renovated. But the cool thing about this neighborhood is that there's like these little ponds or lakes throughout the neighborhood. You see people have kayaks and canoes that they pull out on the lake and they fish on their little ponds. It's got so much personality. It's a great neighborhood. And again, it's right off of 40. It is closer to Tanglewood. So if you were gonna live in Meadowbrook or Clemmons West, you'd probably shop at Harris Teeter a lot more because you are so close to Tanglewood Park. Now this area over here, Meadowfield Terrace, is the part of Clemmons that is actually, the taxes would be, you'd have Davidson County taxes. There's quite a few neighborhoods out here. People love this area because it's considered Clemmons, but it's not considered, as they call it, proper Clemmons because the taxes are less, but you still live in Clemmons. You have the benefits of living in Clemmons, but you're still 15 or 20 minutes from Winston-Salem. So the benefits are that taxes are much cheaper in Davidson County. Meadowfield Terrace, we were there. We did a video on that. You didn't have to do a lot of work there because they took care of your lawns. They had a pool. Your HOA covered kind of all of that. It was the different kind of duets or duplexes, you might call them, but very, very low maintenance, brand new homes built by Arden, the local builder. They were beautiful homes, so check out that video for sure. We're going to move over to Salem Glen. Now, this is also part of this is in Davidson County taxes. We did a video on this neighborhood as well. There's a golf course. Jack Nicholson, Nicholas, he designed the golf course. So but there is different price points in this neighborhood. So it's not all $1 million homes, all different price points down to townhouses and single family homes in the 400s. So it's a little bit for everyone in this neighborhood. And we've done a video on this neighborhood, but some of the benefits is that you do have some Davidson County taxes in part of the neighborhood, and it is built around a golf course. You have the benefits that the golf course offers. So these are benefits if you golf a lot or you like the a country club kind of feel to a neighborhood or that master plan kind of neighborhood with a golf course in it. Salem Glen might be for you. Now it is further out in Clemmons. So you notice here's 40 over here and Salem Glen is all the way down here. You are going to feel like you're in the country as well as you would in Meadowfield Terrace, because it is out a little bit. Now you still are only 15 or 20 minutes from Winston-Salem, and 30 minutes from Greensboro, but you will feel that you are in the country per se. Let's go talk about where you would eat if you lived in Clemmons. Clemmons has a ton of restaurants. We're only going to hit up a couple of them. One local restaurant in Clemmons, and it's a nice restaurant, is 2520 Tavern. It's a nice restaurant, surf and turf. It's just a little bit more fancier or polished, and it's a great place if you want to get a good steak. It's right off of 40. It's right in the heart of all the other shopping and other area in Clemmons. Clemmons, again, is a suburb. It's one of the most sought out suburbs to live in the Triad. It has high-ranked schools, and so this area is very busy. There's a lot of grocery stores, restaurants, all those kind of things throughout this area. We've shown it quite a bit. Again, this is a great restaurant, one of the nicer places to eat in Clemmons for sure. Then we've got Cugino Forno. I've been here quite a bit, and I did a video for this restaurant. This is a truly Italian, authentic Neapolitan type of pizza. The owners are actually from Italy. They have quite a few locations now. They've got one in Wilmington, one in Greensboro, Winston-Salem, downtown Winston-Salem, and then Clemmons has got a location as well. I go to the Clemmons one a lot just because even though I'm, 15, 20 minutes from it, off of 40, it's super convenient for me to get there. Whereas the downtown one, sometimes I have to fight with parking and it's quite busy downtown. So I actually go to Clemmons just because the convenience and how quick I can get in and out to eat. And it's right off of 40, so that'll tell you how convenient it is. We're gonna talk about one other restaurant, Mi Pueblo. There's quite a few other restaurants, and I'll kind of hit on those in a second, but it's more of a local Mexican place. And again, it's a chain as well. So you'll see quite a few of these throughout the area, but it's pretty good. And it's right in, again, in the heart of Clemmons and where all the other shopping is. Clemmons also has a Krispy Kreme. I've done a video there. It has a Cracker Barrel right here. It also has a Chick-fil-A. It has quite a few mom and pop restaurants. It's got a little bit for everyone. There's a Ronnie's up here, and I believe this is Greek. I have not been there, and I think they serve pizza as well. This is definitely a mom and pop local joint that everybody loves. Now this is right off of 421, so it's very, very close. It's right here. Then there's a ramen and sushi place right off of 421 as well. Clemmons has a plethora of restaurants, fast food restaurants. There's also a Bojangles over here, a Wendy's over here, CVS, Walgreens. Clemmons has everything and anything. That's one of the differences between Clemmons and Louisville, where Louisville does not have a ton of chain restaurants, stores, etc. It's a little bit more quaint, where Clemmons kind of has anything and everything you need. You really don't have to leave Clemmons at all. We're gonna head down to the parks. And now we've talked a little bit about these already, but we're gonna talk about them a little bit more. We've got Clemmons West over here. We've also got Meadowbrook is in this area. Tanglewood is a great park. You can mountain bike. There's a dog park. You can actually camp there. That was one of the new things with the last video I did over there. They have a Christmas lights festival that happens every year, and it lasts for about 2 months. You can pay a flat fee and drive through all the Christmas lights. Is really cool because the whole area, they put the Christmas lights up. You drive under the Christmas lights, and it's a whole holiday decoration throughout the entire park. There also is a golf course at Tanglewood, a swimming pool, and just a little bit of everything. They have a lot of festivals there, music festivals. I think they have the wine festival there as well. And they've got quite a few other happenings. It's a very, very busy park. You can pay an annual membership as well, but it's a beautiful park. I've done quite a few triathlons there, and I've run races there, but that's where that is. It's right off of Highway 40. If you were staying at the Cracker Barrel, let's say you were at Cracker Barrel or right over in this direction, you could get to Tanglewood in probably 7 or 8 minutes. So it's a very quick hop either on the back roads or on 40. But it's a super, super popular place to go for, and many, many events occur at Tanglewood. Then we're going to talk about NC Fusion Sports. Now, the reason why we're talking about this is because a lot of people I know have their kids in soccer. And this is a massive, like when I say massive, I mean it's really, really massive. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just soccer field after soccer field. It's a private soccer club for kids and teens and I mean all different ages. And it's crazy when you drive down the road and you look down at all the soccer fields, and there's tons of soccer fields. It's a super, super popular place. So if you have a kid in soccer, this is a great facility to be part of, and it is right on top of Clemmons line. So definitely hit that up. Then we've got Clemmons West Recreation. This is just one of the local pools. We talked about Clemmons West, the neighborhood. This is the pool that you can actually join. Was like, there's not an HOA, but you can join this. So you can actually be part of that pool. And then we also talked about Waterford having a community pool. This is where the community pool is for Waterford, definitely. And so this is a pool that you pay a membership for, but there's no HOA for the actual neighborhood. So you would actually pay for that. And that again is not very far from 40. It's very convenient to the YMCA, which the YMCA as well has a pool. So depending on, there's a lot of different places you can hit up a pool if you like swimming, and you don't always have to be part of your community pool if you don't want to be. Lastly, we're going to hit up Salem Glen. Now we hit up the neighborhood. This is kind of talking about the golf course. And we talked about that as well in the country club. So you can be part of that if you live in Salem Glen, or you don't have to be part of all of it, but you have the opportunity to use the country club and its facilities. Again, it was built by Jack Nicholas in 1997. It's an 18-hole golf course. You can also build a house on the golf course. If you like the golf course lifestyle, you could have that. Or like I said before, they have homes that are townhouses. They've got duets. They've got kind of everything in between in this neighborhood. So not everything's $1 million plus. You could live in a very modest home in the 3s or 400s. So it's kind of cool. Again, some of the areas in there's HOAs, you have to be part. Some of them will take care of your lawn in some of the, lower maintenance areas, but this is going to be rural of Clemmons. So it's more rural out there, but it's a beautiful, beautiful country club out there. Now we're going to hit up the schools. First school we're going to look at is Clemmons Elementary, which is again the opposite direction. This is going to be closer to I-40 off of 158. People love this school. It's highly sought out, highly ranked. It is very close to all the other grocery stores right off of I-40. So if commuting is, and you're going to commute a lot during that time frame, Clemmons Elementary is going to be easy to drop your child off there and then hop on I-40. Another school we're looking at is Clemmons Middle School. This is a little bit further out. It's off on the Muddy Creek. It's just a little bit further, but not too far. This looks like it's a big distance, but it's not. You're looking at, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. But it's another highly ranked school. People love Clemmons schools, and they all want their kids to be a part of Clemmons schools. So that's some of the benefits of the houses or the area that's in Davidson County. Yet the kids get to go, they have the benefit of going to Clemmons schools. Okay, lastly, we're gonna look at West Forsyth, another school that we've talked about in other videos. West Forsyth is a sought out high school off of Clemmons. So it is right off of Highway 40 and 421. It's a highly ranked school. The football team I know does pretty well. People want their kids in West Forsyth, and it's a great school to be part of. It's very, definitely a traditional school. Lastly, we're going to look at some medical areas. Clemmons has a lot of medical facilities for a small city. We've got a Cone Health out in Clemmons. There's a Novant Hospital out as well in Clemmons. There is quite a few hospitals all within the facility, and they're right off of 40. So there's Novant right down here, as well as one right by the Publix as well. There's Novant, Cone, Wake Forest. They're all throughout the whole area. So if you need to be close to a hospital or a smaller hospital, just like Kernersville and other parts of the Triad, you are in luck. There is quite a few hospital facilities within the area. Well, that was Clemmons, and it's such a great place to live. Everybody loves living in Clemmons. If you are interested in living in Clemmons or finding out more information about Clemmons and or the Triad, I'd love to be able to chat with you. You can call, text, or DM me, or hit the link below and set up a Zoom meeting. I'd love to be able to chat with you. People reach out to us every day just to find out what life is like in the Triad, and we'd love to be able to help you.